was about sunblock.
Number
Um,
5 for 5, sunblock, yeah.
Now this can be quite a tricky area for
Mm,
children, especially if they've got sensory issues. The
yeah.
idea of cream, the smell of cream, that
Mm,
physical contact as well. Some children will really, really struggle with
yeah.
that. I have found two absolute game changers, and I wanted to share that with our listeners. One is it's a Factor 50 spray. We bought ours in Lidl. I'm sure that other supermarkets have other brands,
I think
but
they do, but I know where you're coming from.
you just have to spray it. You don't have to rub it in. So if you are a foster parent and you've got a new child that's maybe joined your home, and you don't know them very well, so to actually rub cream in is a little bit over um,
Mm,
intimate for them.
yeah.
Doing that spray, you don't have to rub it on. You could do the backs of their arms because I've got fat bingo wings, so I can't always reach that part of my body, or the back of their neck. You can do that nurture with them without being intrusive on their personal
Sure.
space, which I really, really like.
Mm. I
Another
was just
one,
thinking from that point of view as well. Sorry, man. I was just
that's
thinking
okay.
as well in residential homes when we've got, maybe 3 or 4 children that all need their sun cream on. We're all going out, for an activity or they're branching off and doing different things with different adults. Is actually if you've got one child who has a cream, one child who has a spray, one child who has a gel, it's a bit much.
Mm,
It's a lot for the adults, but also, one of the things that I've picked up on in when I've supported residential homes is that, oh, he's got this and she's got that, and it's not fair, and why, and why me? And this kind of approach. And I was just thinking, if you've just got that one spray that you just talked about, everybody has the one spray, everyone is treated equally, everybody has exactly the same thing at exactly the same time, and we can avoid hopefully some of that. But he had this or she had that,
yeah.
and yeah.
And all the different factors I don't buy into. Again, it's my Celtic blood. I go for Factor 50, if not higher,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I'm done. Um, Another one that a friend of mine told me about actually, and I think it's called Calypso. Um,
Mhm.
I'm sorry if I've got that wrong, but it's an apply once and it lasts
Yep.
all day. So if
Yep.
you do have a child that won't remember to renew their block, or if you have a child who you have to really fight and struggle to get it on, so the
Mm,
thought of spraying them maybe 2 or 3 times a day is just too much for you, this would
yeah,
be a really, really good option. And
definitely.
the friend that uses it, he does a lot of water sports. He was on the river paddling and
I was just
kayaking,
gonna say it's waterproof, isn't
so it's
it? It's waterproof.
waterproof. I think for some people that could be a real game changer. It's not a
100%.
spray, it is a cream. You will have to rub it on. So if you can get through that 5 minutes of rubbing it in for
Mm.
your child, you would then have peace of mind for the rest of the day.
Definitely. And just on a slightly side note from that, I think it's the same brand. I think it's Calypso. Also do a hair one. Now, my eldest son, he is white blonde, and I mean white blonde. And he has his hair cut quite short. He has the fade, as a
Yep.
lot of the teenagers do. I've probably got that name wrong now. I'm sure it's called something else. I'm sure we've moved on. The last 3 weeks ago when he had his hair cut. But yeah, he's got very short, very white blonde hair. And of course, the second he goes in, to the Lido, or if we have we've got a slip and slide thing, mat thing in the garden, or if we're on holiday, the second he's in a pool, and his head is almost, see through. His hair is almost see through. It goes very, very clear very quickly. And that always worries me in terms of, his head being burnt. But we've got this, I think, as I said, it's Calypso. It's a very small bottle, very good value. We can have one that lasts a couple of years, and you just spray over the hair. It's not too greasy, but we can spray it in before we go outside. And then when he's in the pool, you see a little bit of residue, but it's not awful. But it keeps his head protected. So if you do have any little blondies, or you've got very small children with very fine hair who are in and out of the water, love the paddling pool, love the water play, and things, that also might be helpful.
That's a really good shout, Laura.